Okay, so we're live.
Live. Wow. Okay. All right. Welcome back, everybody, to the second live stream of the Three Buff Guys, the second episode in this hopefully long series. Today, we've got an exciting topic for everybody. Do you guys want to talk about it?
Yeah, I don't like the fact you mentioned. Hopefully, we will be here for a long time.
Yeah,
Today's,
absolutely.
Definitely.
today's topic is goals. Goals mean different things to different people. So last week, I was the only person who came up with some tangible goals. Both of you two had some ideas, some intangible goals, but today, let's make things a little bit more tangible. Also, as an introduction, William put together a few questions that were worth us going through, each one of us, and asking ourselves. So let's click on the next page. How are you doing this week then, William?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've kept up. I've done the 10,000 steps every day. I haven't done it today yet. I've done half so far. But other than that, I'm doing very well. Thank you. What about you?
I had a good week. There have been days when I've not felt like doing anything, but because of peer pressure coming from the two of you, I've done at least the 10,000 steps each day.
Yeah.
So it's starting to become a habit. It's not a habit I like, but it makes you smile once you get past 10,000. At the end of each day, I just take a little photograph of the steps, send it to William just before I go to bed. And that makes me smile because normally I've got 2 or 3 more than him. But normally it's just fairly close, plus or minus somewhere between 50 and 100 steps, maybe.
What about you, Thomas? How are you doing this week?
Pretty proud of myself this week. As you were saying before, it's pretty exciting. Usually you guys are up ahead there in the steps, but I think this week I've got both of you beat, and so I'm pretty proud of that. Proud of myself, just because of the fact that I'm actually really, really close to breaking 100,000 steps in a week. The work has been really, really tough, but I've really enjoyed every day of doing that. So it's been a lot of fun. It's felt like a really good week, and I think that compared to weeks before, I'm feeling better. My recovery time is a lot lower at the end of the day. I wake up the next day feeling a lot better than I was 3-4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. Are we doing all the questions after each other, or how are we doing this?
Yeah, you go ahead. Your questions, you start.
All right. What has changed in the past week? In the past week, I would say I do feel slightly less motivated to do the steps. I mean, I'd still do it in the end because I have been doing this for, I think, about 2 months now. So I'm not sure if I just had a bad week, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I would still manage it without you two, but I still have done my 10,000 steps this week. So yeah, that's it really.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. It's a really good job. Really, really good job. Yeah. What about you, Pa?
Okay, what's changed this week? So this week I have cut down on bread.
Yeah.
I've changed my breakfast habits and my overall habits for the week of I've been eating less bread. For breakfast now, for example, today I took a couple of oatcakes with some cheese. It was good. By the time lunchtime came, I was hungry, which is a good thing. Yesterday, instead of having the normal breakfast, as you know, the normal breakfast over here, different bread rolls, meats, and all kinds of stuff, I had a big omelette with lots of chilies in. and then I went off out and did some exercise. So I still have bread, but a lot less last week than there was the week before.
Mm.
Very
And
good.
you, Thomas?
What's changed in the past week? Lily and I, we said going into the year that we wanted to make a conscious effort not to order takeout or go to fast food restaurants, things like that. And this week was really sort of the first week that we haven't gone anywhere. We did home cooked meals, and it was I think it's pretty shocking to say, but I think this was the first week where all the meals that I made in the week were really specifically trying to be healthier. So I was consciously adding more vegetables instead of unnecessary carbs and fats, and so that was a pretty big change.
So what did he have then?
Well, we had turkey sausage with lots of different vegetables. We have steamed broccoli and things like that. Pasta is still a big thing because it's so easy to do. So I think that might be the next couple of weeks' goals, is to cut that down a little bit. But yeah, it's just been an emphasis on a lot more vegetables and less breads, less things, potatoes, rice, and stuff like that.
So do you think you save much money?
Yes, I do. I do because, especially here, vegetables they're really cheap, and frozen or fresh, it doesn't really matter. They're both very, very affordable. So I think that you're saving a lot of money.
Keep it up. Sounds good.
Thank you.
Right then, William.
So on to the next question. What do you want to change in the upcoming week? Thomas, what do you want to change in the upcoming week?
Well, all right. What do I want to change? Well, like I said before, I think number one, we're really enjoying the aspect of saving money by not eating out, which is nice. And then, what do I want to change in the upcoming week? I would like to go a whole week without eating pasta. That might sound like a no-brainer, but like I said, for us, that's a really easy go-to meal when time is a little short. So I want to go without pasta for a week at least.
Sounds doable, I think. What about you, Daddy?
I want to get up early each day.
Why?
Because I've been having a real hard time getting up and doing the exercise in the morning. I've been doing it, but what I've been doing is I've been getting up about half an hour before work, going out, doing a short walk, and then coming back and pretty much starting work.
What could you? Yeah. I think it might be good to explain your work situation, to the people out there.
Well, yeah, probably like most of the developed world, I'm working from home at the moment. Once I sit down in this chair, I have the opportunity, should I so choose, to sit here from 7 a.m. until 7 p.m. talking to different people in different countries on different continents. Mm-hmm. So it's really easy to become a slave to the chair, a slave to the computer. It's possible, it takes a little bit more discipline, but it is possible also to get the exercise as well. What I do find is when I make the effort to get up earlier and go out for a longer walk, when I sit in the chair, I feel better. I feel more energized to start the day. So this week ahead, it will be hopefully get out there and do perhaps 4,000 steps each morning before starting work.
think it's a good goal. I think it's a great goal.
Okay. Let's make it
Right.
happen.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I don't want to wake up any earlier than I have to, so I'm going to stay with that for the moment. I would like to. I'd like to be less on electronics. Or just for if it's not for fun, then I don't want to be on it. If it's just for fun, that's what I'm saying. I want to be productive. I want to be more productive. That's it. And I want to look into more healthier meals because, like Thomas said, I do eat a lot of pasta just because it's convenient. And there's stuff like zucchini noodles, stuff like that I want to look into. So something like that be good.
You could always go the halfway house area. I appreciate pasta's easy. You could go halfway and go for the real wholemeal stuff.
Yeah.
It's got the same convenience, and it's a little bit less unhealthy or a little bit more unhealthy, a little bit more healthy depending on how you look at it.
For sure. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, what about on to the next one?
Okie dokie then. Did anything go wrong, not as expected this week? I'll start with that. No, not really. Everything went smooth, pretty much. So no complaints. If I think of something, I'll mention it, but I can't think of anything at the moment. What about you, Thomas?
No, same here. I think it's been a pretty good week. No slip ups, nothing like that. Yeah, it was good overall. What about you, Pa? How'd you do?
I couldn't get myself out of bed in the mornings. I had good intentions each day. I did get out. I did do some exercise, but each day I set my alarm for really early, and each day I hit the snooze button and went back. So I still got my steps in. I was out pretty late some nights, the same as William. So I got them in, but not in the way that I would have expected. So for me, for what went well this week, the fact that I stuck with it, the fact that there were almost no distractions in terms of desserts, in terms of chocolates, in terms of sweets, and so that went well for me. What went well for you, Thomas?
What went well? I think there are a few times where you have a day that just everything just clicks. Time goes by at work quickly. You don't make mistakes. You just feel like at the end of the day, you've come home and you felt really accomplished. And I had a few of those days this week where my steps were up high in the mornings, and they maintained that throughout the day. Happy, learning a lot, and I think overall, just life went really well. It went in my favor this week, so that was something that I was really, really happy about.
Good to hear.
Yeah,
that's good.
William,
I haven't answered you. As you said, Daddy, I'm just glad that I managed to do it. I mean, even if it's just above the 10,000, I'm still very happy and proud of myself that I did manage it. And also, Felicitas, my girlfriend, she was here the other day, and I bought her some chocolates for her to study and snack on. And I had one. There were Maltesers, so I could have had multiple, but I only had one. So I was happy with that.
that's impressive. That is impressive. It's always the stuff that's just laying out there. It's hard. It's hard. So good job. Good job.
And 2 months ago or a month ago, I probably wouldn't have done that. So yeah, it's just those little things, because in the end, having biscuits all the time and having little snacks here and there. I think those are the real stuff, the real killers at the end of the day. But
Yeah,
yeah,
talking of real killers, you know what your grandmother's like. She hates to throw anything away.
Mm-hmm.
And for Christmas, we had a bag of quality street chocolates. So when I was growing up, you would have Quality Street once per year, and that would be at Christmas time.
Mm-hmm.
It was something special.
Yeah.
And they were opened up. They were a few days ago. They were opened up on the side table, and I thought, yeah, I'll have one of those to bring back a memory. And I put it into my mouth, and I thought, this is disgusting. It's so sweet and sickly that instead of having 2 or 3, I finished that one. And then the next day, I said to your mum, I said to your grandma, "Are you enjoying those Quality Street?" And the answer was no, but we'll keep eating them because we can't throw them away. And I said, if you're not enjoying them, then to eat them is a waste.
Yeah.
So I had the triumph yesterday or the day before. I was standing there and throwing out these Quality Street.
Yeah.
And my thought process is, if you're going to have chocolate, have something that you really enjoy, and don't beat yourself up about it instead of eating some rubbish, taking on the calories, but at the end having no smile on your face.
Yeah.
So they have gone out into the trash now.
Mm-hmm.
very good.
Yeah. Okay, so problem, mental, physical. For me, sometimes a couple of days, it's just been, today was a good example. I stayed up talking to Thomas late last night, or late Austrian time, and I was sat there with a glass of whiskey. And this morning, I went out to do my exercise, and I had to fight with myself to get out. I fought with myself to get out. And the first half an hour was arguing with myself. Oh, let's go back now. No, one more step, 2 more steps. No, let's go back. In the end, I won the argument. And after about 20 minutes, then I started to feel better. And then about 45 minutes later, I was home again. So that's a mental problem that happens sometimes. No reason for it, but no physical problems.
Okay. What about you, William?
Also had a similar experience. I finished school at around 5 o'clock in the evening, and I didn't have many breaks in between, and I just didn't want to go out for a walk. So I lay in bed for 1.5 hours on my phone and just wasting time. And in the end, around 7 or 7:30 in the evening, I did manage to go out and I did my steps. And also yesterday, I was walking with my 40-pound rucksack, and I'm having real problems with my knees, so I've got to stop that for a couple of days now with the extra weight. But yeah, other than that, all is well. What about you two? What, Daddy?
Thomas, your turn.
I've had 2 sort of notable problems. They're both physical. Is my left knee on Wednesday really started swelling up, and it still hurts. But that's fine. I think I may have just bumped it on something, but it still hurts a little bit. And my right heel, whenever I put weight on it, it has a bit of a sharp pain. but I'm not sure what that's about. But it seems to have gotten better. So those were sort of my only two problems. And
Okay.
yeah, other than that, it's been good.
At least you're in the land where you can go to the pharmacy and get pretty much any drug you want. So
That's true. That's true.
there's painkillers available. So
We do have lots of those. Yeah.
all right. So how are you both feeling?
Feel good, actually. Feel good. Like I said, it does have some recovery time, but I think it's a good thing when you come home tired, exhausted, and then a little bit of pain. I think it makes you appreciate all you've done throughout the day. And waking up in the morning, I feel fine. I feel 100% again, so that's good.
It's different for you though, because both myself and William, we need to get up and do this stuff before or after our day at work.
Yeah.
You get to do this stuff at work.
Yeah.
So when you come home, is that it? Is that sit down on the couch? Is that it for the day, or?
Sometimes, and sometimes it isn't. I was telling William, I think I was telling William the other day, I always try, I'm always getting 10,000 steps a day. That's my goal. And sometimes through some reason or other, I don't manage to get it at work. I will come home and make sure that it gets done at home. But yes, overall, about 95% of the time, all my work happens at work.
Okay, you're lucky then.
Yeah.
Okay, so William, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. It feels great to look at the numbers. I'm a person that needs to have those numbers to feel proud. It's not going to do if I know I've done it, but I need to see that I've done it, and that's really important, and it makes me feel good. And when I think back to last year, beginning of quarantine, where I was averaging like 50 steps a day or 100 steps a day, yeah, I'm proud of myself that I've gotten to this point and I've stuck to it this time. So yeah, I believe this is going to change. Well, I'm going to be changing a lot over the next few months, and I think I know we all will.
Yeah.
What about you, Dave?
I'm also feeling positive.
Hmm.
I was looking through some history the other day, or today actually, and I found that back in December 2009, just before Christmas, I was down at 103 kilos.
I think Thomas is gone.
Yeah. Let's see. So yeah, so that was when I did the weight to help.
So that's as much as I weigh now.
Okay, so my target this time is to get below what I was back then. But what I did notice, because I weighed myself back then as well, I noticed that I got down to say 103 kilos just before Christmas. And then by the end of January, I was up at 107 kilos. So what I need to do, and what I will do this time, and it's good that we're doing this, is get down to the target weight and then keep there, stay there.
So
back. Wait, let me just bring Thomas back in.
So I'll be
Okay. Right.
So what stopped your motivation back then? Why did you stop?
I just while you're out, Thomas, I've mentioned that back in, I think 2009, that was when I did the weight to help thing, just before
Yeah.
Christmas, and 103 kilos. Just after Christmas, I went up to 107 or so. And my goal this time, more than 10 years later, is to get down certainly below 100 kilos. And where I lost my motivation, William, it's a complete mindset thing. Back when I get in the right mood, it's easy to lose weight. Just stop eating and really crank up the exercise. My goal then was to lose weight, and I was public with the weight loss. I had the website where I published my weight loss every week. It was measured by a doctor, so it was there. Once I got to the target weight and ended the campaign, so to speak, then there was nobody controlling me. So I tended to be less consequent. Also, if you want to change for the long term, you've got to change your reward system. Back then, a reward was, okay, I've reached my target weight. How do I reward myself? Let's go out and eat dinner. Let's go out for dinner. Well, let's buy some special cheese in, or let's buy a crate of beer and celebrate. So you actually end up punishing yourself for achieving your goal, because you get down to your target weight and then you eat again. So this time, by the time we're finished, not that I think we will be finished. I think this is a continuum. But by the time we get down there, none of us will be talking about rewards through food anymore.
Hope so, definitely.
Hope so, definitely. Tom's got some internet problems today.
Oh, yeah. Shall we wait for him? Or? Oh.
Okay. Internet problems, Wi-Fi problems.
Yeah, so I switched over to the phone.
It ain't much better.
All right.
So
Is that working?
Not great, but maybe just turn off your video and stay on voice.
get on to
This
the next
one's not
step.
going today, huh?
Pardon?
This one's not going as smooth today.
No, but that's life. It's like losing weight. You have some good days, you have some not so good days. So, right. So, which question did we get up to?
I think, how are you feeling? And now, do you have more energy, or do you feel like you have more energy?
Honestly speaking, no, not at the moment. I'm sure it will come, but not today. You?
I feel the same. I mean, I definitely have more motivation. Every day the picture of me being thin again is getting clearer and clearer. I'm getting compliments from people that I have not told that I'm doing this. I'm on a weight loss journey, so that's definitely a big bonus for me. And so I don't feel like I have more energy, but I've made a promise to myself and I have to keep it. So that's just as good in my opinion.
Good to hear. So, Thomas, do you have any more energy?
I don't feel more energized, but I do get through the day without needing breaks, if that makes any sense. There's nothing about me that feels different, but there is very obviously, improvement there.
Yeah. If I cast my mind back to what it was like talking to you 6 months ago, if I said to you about doing 10,000 steps a day, you would have come up with some wisecrack, some flippant comment, and there would have been no way that you would even considered it. So the fact that you're now doing slightly more than me and William, you obviously must have to. Yeah.
I see mummy started doing it as well now.
I'm really, really impressed with your mum. She's like a human dynamo at the moment.
Right.
In fact, so much so that not that I'd ever thought of it before, that she's finding all sorts of great things on YouTube. She's doing daily fitness with your grandma.
Yep.
And then she's found some fantastic video clips. Yesterday, she walked down the Grand Canyon. And just the quality of this guy's video clip is just, it's mind-blowing. So she did that today. And this afternoon, or before lunch, I had a cup of tea with her, sat in the living room. Grandma was upstairs talking to your auntie, and your mum put on a YouTube video of a place called Hooker Valley in New Zealand, and we went walking there. And it would be ideal, William. It would be ideal if she had a treadmill, but what we're doing is we walk from the sofa to the television, so that's 5 paces, and then walk back 5 paces, and walk forward and back and forward and backwards, and we just walk along. So she was, I think possibly as we speak, she's walking up Machu Picchu. So it won't be too long before she's beating us every day with the step goal.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
why didn't you bring up the bike from downstairs and do something with that?
No, she doesn't want a bike.
Okay.
We spoke about a bike in the past, and she says, surprising as you may, but she wants to run. She wants to be able to go out and run.
Mm.
So first of all, she's walking on the spot. She's jogging on the spot. She's jogging around the kitchen. I'll see what we can do to get a treadmill,
Mm-hmm.
and give her a chance.
Do you know if the step counter works on a treadmill or with the bracelet step counter?
Yes, it will if you swing your arms. Because, yeah, it will if you swing your arms. But that's not the important thing. The important thing is that you work up a bit of the sweat, and you get to the end of it and you feel good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she's in the right direction. So we've got another one on board.
Very good. Very good.
Fantastic. Yeah.
And for me, the last one's easy. Have you made an effort to eat more healthy? Yes, most definitely, because I've got a wife who's now also interested in getting in shape. So smaller portions, less carbs, less carbs, no desserts except for Sundays. So definitely eating better this week than last week.
Right.
Very good. You want to go next, Thomas?
Yeah, sure. I believe I answered that. Yeah, I do feel like I've been making an effort to eat more healthy. I'm just going to make sure that this carries over the next few weeks as well. Yeah.
What about you, William? I see the picture that you put together for the presentation. The blueberries. Is it curly kale?
something like that. Yeah.
Gonna go and buy some of that and make some wonderful food.
No, not quite yet. I have made the conscious decision, like Thomas, to add more vegetables. So I certainly eat that. And well, no, I started eating carrots as a snack now. Usually dip them in a little bit of crème fresh, but it's more of the fact that I'm still eating my vegetables. So
Yeah.
yeah, and I don't eat breakfast just because I don't need to at the moment. I'm not going out anywhere in the morning. I do all my exercise in the afternoon, so if I just skip one meal, even though I'm not burning any calories.
That's interesting. All of these self-professed experts. Oh, you can't skip breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. Or you definitely can't miss lunch because that's bad for you. And so many of these rules have come up through arbitrary opinions over the years. And yeah, if you can start your day and you don't feel you need breakfast, then why should you sit and have the meal?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And if I were going to school, and I do notice that I do get hungry once I'm there, because yeah, whatever, then I would try and have something small in the morning. But as I said, I'm just sitting in front of the computer, listening to these live streams or the online classes, and don't need any food.
Mm-hmm.
Is that noisy?
So I didn't hear the last thing you said, William.
I think there's a no. It's alright. Just a noise is there. It's gone now.
Okay, so we've just got 10 more minutes left, and we had some good discussions.
Mm.
What about some concrete goals? I've decided on my concrete goal. My concrete goal is a target. My target is to be at 95 kilos by Christmas.
How much? Oh,
95 kilos. I started last week or just before last week at 117.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now down at 115.
Oh, okay.
I'm on the way.
Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Very good job.
So, have you both thought about concrete goals? Goals can be miles walked per week, they can be steps per month, they can be inches lost from your waistline. It doesn't just need to be a pure kilo or a pounds goal.
Yeah.
Because what many people don't realize is that when you're really overweight, that for the first part of getting fit, your body converts the fat into muscle. You build more muscle mass, and muscle is more dense, it weighs more than fat, so it's quite common that as you start, you don't lose much weight, but your muscles get bigger.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, and once you've got more muscles, then your ability to burn energy increases, because the energy is burned by the muscles, not by fat.
Yeah, I have noticed that over the past few days I have been sweating a lot more quickly.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I read online that that's a way that the body has taught itself to maintain the right temperature.
Yeah.
I think that's good. Can you go on to the next slide?
Yeah, of course.
Here we got our weekly average steps. I'm a bit shy because I still haven't done.
Can we just can we just hold on that a sec? I just want to just take a look at that. And, yeah.
I don't know what I'm looking at. So it says an average of 13, or just above 13,000 steps a day. What? Okay. So how many steps a week is it, Thomas?
Well, I going off of what I have on my Apple Watch, it says I'm at 96,961.
So you're gonna crack the 100 today?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I can't not crack it now. I've seen that. I was like, oh, I gotta get after that.
Hell yeah. Very good.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, well,
Very
All
good.
right.
What did
Okay.
you do yesterday? How did you get your steps in? Did you go out for a walk with your girlfriend? I don't know. Can I say her name? Oh no, fiance,
yeah,
sorry. Did you go out on a walk with
fiance, yeah. We went yesterday. We went to the. It's called the Boise Depot. It's a train station. It's a beautiful old building from the 1920s or 30s, I believe. And you can walk all up along and down the platform. You can walk on the tracks and everything.
Cool.
It's just this beautiful building which has got a really nice view. And it's got a big train up in front of it. And we took a walk there in the evening as the sun was going down. That's where we're going to be doing our engagement pictures next weekend. So, you know, we're excited about that. It's gonna be nice.
Very good. Very good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what? And why are you so low then, William? Because you've been. I guess it's today. You just got to get more in today, haven't you?
I just got to get more today, yeah. And over the past few days, I said I only managed to crack the 10,000. So all of them are over 10,000, but I just need to do more today, really. I need
Right.
5,000 more today, so.
Okay. So, what's your goal for next week then, Thomas? Give me some number. Whether it's steps, pounds, miles.
My goal by this time next week is to have already cracked the 100,000 steps. So by 8:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time on Sunday, next Sunday, I want to have 100,000 steps in the books.
Okay. And your goal, William?
I definitely want to do more steps, have a higher average. I'm not sure. I don't want to say a number yet because I don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna do more steps, definitely.
So your goal is to do more than this week's steps.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I have done what I said. Well, not yet, but I said I wanted to average 10,000 steps, and I'm almost there, but I still want to do a bit more.
Okay.
And I also had an idea. I'm not sure if you guys will be game, but I'd also like to do a challenge with you guys to make this a bit more fun. If you're up for it.
Let's hear what the challenge is first.
All right. So I want you guys to be able to do 15 push-ups, 15 sit-ups, and 30-second plank. And of course, I'll do it as well. But do you think that's reasonable? You think that's possible? Or we can.
I don't think it's possible, but I'm going to give it a really good shot.
Or no, let's do 10. 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, and half a minute plank. I think.
Oh, hold on, wait, hold on. So 10 push-ups.
Yes.
10 sit-ups.
Yes.
In how long?
just at one go. The sit-ups and the push-ups should be in one go, not both of the same, not immediately after each other. You can have a small break in between, but they should just be 10 consecutive push-ups and 10-second break or half a minute break, whatever, and then 10 consecutive sit-ups.
All right. And what was the last thing you slipped on the end?
And a half a minute plank. You know what a plank is?
Oh, you made Thomas drop out scared.
Do you think that's doable? Do you think you can do that?
Why not?
That's good.
No problem, man.
Where's Thomas now? Chickened out?
Possibly fainted. No, he's not coming back in yet. So have you had any practice on that already before you've thrown down the challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I don't have a problem with that yet. But next week's challenge, I might have a problem with the next week's challenge.
hold on, wait, let's. I can't. Right. Okay then, Thomas. So the final conclusion was 10 push-ups
Yeah.
with a little break, 10 sit-ups with a little break, then 30 seconds plank.
Okay.
And
All right.
it seems like you and I are at a slight disadvantage because your brother's been practicing a little bit already.
Oh.
As,
I can do double. I don't mind.
as I remember the words from a famous, wonderful film that we all love, no problem, man.
Mhm.
Cool, brother.
Yeah.
We can. And back to me, from this week, I plan to keep on track to lose at least 1 kilo.
Yep.
And whilst I may not increase the 10,000 per day steps, because my watch has got the heart rate calculator in there, I'm going to push the heart rate up a bit to make the steps count for a bit more.
Okay.
Maybe if the weather permits, maybe do a little bit of jogging in some of the steps as well. You know, if the road from here down to Cherbourg, we've got the lamp posts every 100 meters, maybe jog between one lamp post to the next, then walk to the next one, and I'll make the steps count a little bit more.
That's very good.
But having said that, we are out of time. So Thomas, if you want to say a few words to close this cast.
Yeah. Well, to everybody watching, thank you guys so much for tuning in. For both of you guys, best of luck. You guys are going to do great. Keep at it. And for everyone, just remember why you're doing this, and put down that cake. Put it down. You don't need it. I know you like it, but don't do it. It's not worth it. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it for me. I mean, best of luck, everybody.
Okay, till next week. Bye-bye.
Yep. Till next week. Bye.
Bye.